Yo, what is good? My quick crypto family and my coin factory family are back again with another daily Casper and crypto live stream. And it looks like the worries, the uncertainty from investors has dissipated a little bit following today's very bullish news regarding the CPI inflation data. Things are looking up right now in the market. Bitcoin above 104,000 again. Ethereum at 2.6k and Casper currently up 7.14% on the daily time frame. Valued at 12.44 cents. Things are looking very good. It looks like if you look at the Fib retracement element, another tool you can use when judging the market. Now Casper saw, rebounding, getting retested at the 10.7 cents level, being just above the golden pocket and seeing a reversal. So it looks like that hopefully will be the next local bottom for Casper. Again, time will tell. If I am being completely honest and transparent, I do suspect we'll see more pullbacks in crypto once the FOMO and the hype, if you will, in the markets right now do die off a little bit. I do predict, again, it may not come to fruition, and that might be a good thing as well, but I do suspect one more pullback before we see Bitcoin surpass its $109,000 all-time high. Momentum is with us right now, which is very good, but I would be personally pleased but surprised if Bitcoin surpasses here. I think we might see Bitcoin come up here, get dejected, come down a little bit, and then we might see it blow above. But again, time will tell. If we do see further corrections, we may see it come back down to these zones down here. But again, I'll get into all of that throughout the stream. That being said, things are looking very strong. We are getting also some more tier 1 listing rumors, which they are nothing more than rumors, but we can dissect what's being stated and look what's happening with Casper right now and make some logical assumptions on potentially this assumption, this rumor being something that may come to fruition very soon. That being said, welcome back everyone to the Quick Crypto and Coin Factory channel. If you enjoy, you know what to do. Leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. And if you want to stay even more locked in, then come check out the Coin Factory public Discord server, or equally tune into the VIP group to get even more locked into what's happening in the market, making some great plays, providing alpha information so we can get ahead and capitalize in this market as well. Things are looking up right now. So in that regard, we're going to capitalize with what's happening in crypto and Casper as well. All links down below in the description and also on my homepage as well. And welcome back everyone once again to the channel. Mr. Miles first this time around, my man. Welcome back. Hope you're doing very well. And yes, free him. He is definitely still stuck in my basement. Dimmer time, my man. Welcome back. Let's go, Casper. You know it. DC. Welcome back, brother. Hope you're doing very well. And I would not say no to torturing Mr. Miles. Casper looking solid again today. You know what I mean. I mean, again, I'll have to see how it pans out. I would be very happy if we do surpass the 13 cent zone right here. We would have to wait and see what happens. Ultimately, is a possibility of such. Casper is definitely in a bullish uptrend right now. As we can see, Casper is consistently now forming higher highs and higher lows. Of the double bottom down here, we're seeing Casper forming higher highs and higher lows right now. So we are definitely in an uptrend, and I'd like to believe I did tune in and watch in Plan K's most recent video covering Casper, and there are a lot of, he's very good with his TA, and there's a lot of factors he mentioned that I thought were very interesting, which is once more that it's something that I've also highlighted in this channel for months. From Cathy Wood, the longer the base, the bigger the breakout. Every time I've seen Casper consolidate for quite a period of time, like around here, there was a massive breakout. Equally, if you look down here, consolidation period, a little bit, and then a breakout. Casper, technically speaking, has been consolidating in this region for over a year now, or over a year now, technically speaking. So once we go past these strong levels of resistance, there are going to be quite a few. I think one thing that Plan K did highlight as a potential level was this one here. Casper therefore trying to break above here will be quite a tough one, which I think is, again, very possible. Equally, a lot of people who are just knackered and tired holding Casper right now, who just want to get out of the project, they're going to be taking profit when they are break even. Most people will be looking at, therefore, selling around here, I'd imagine. Equally, this 20 cents is going to be very tough to break out of. But once we do, not if, again for me, when we do break out of it, it will be pretty much clean runnings upwards. I do suspect we'll see some resistance around 35 cents, being when Shai said he's going to sell more. Not a big deal for me. Again, he's not selling a grand. He's selling like 1 million Casper, which is the Casper he got from Dag Lab, so it's not a massive sum of such. But either way, that psychological effect it's going to have on the community will definitely make a strong resistance level up there as well. But either way, I think we'll blow past that and go higher as well. How high? Not doing predictions. I don't do that anymore, but I think we can still go higher. I'm ultimately playing reactionary on the markets, and I see Casper making some very big runs based off smart contracts, based off other developments, based on tier 1 listing potentials, likelihood as well. So again, Casper is definitely looking very, very strong. Welcome back, Bingo Bangerman. You're doing very, very well. You two Stack, welcome back, brother, and Greg, and everybody else. LB on the check-in for my daily dose of hopium. You know it. DC wants to sodomize me. I need Casper donations to prevent it. You're getting nothing from that. You're getting none of that, Mr. Mars. Welcome back, Buffalo, bro. Hope you're doing very, very well. And yeah, hopefully you're having a great day so far, everybody in the stream right now. These tier 1 listings are dragging the feet. Oh yeah, they're definitely dragging their feet. And it's frustrating. Very, very frustrating, no doubt. Very frustrating. But I am still not ultimately that way. They will come through in due time. I feel like they are waiting for smart contracts as long as they can. Potentially, I mean, I think what they're ultimately waiting for is the market to be in a confirmed FOMO bull rally, which right now we're in bullish momentum, but until Bitcoin properly surpasses this all-time high, we're not in the quote-unquote next leg of the bull run just yet. We are building up to it, and I think it's going to probably come to fruition before the end of the month, or worst case in June. We'll likely see it. But until we cleanly surpass 109k, 110k, we're not in the next leg just yet. So they may be waiting for the FOMO to flip. I mean, one thing also important to know, if you look at Casper right now on CoinMarketCap, we're now seeing consistently the volume staying higher as well. It's down a little bit in the 24-hour, but we're at 217 million. Now, of course, that can quickly flip on its head. We have seen it continuously. But for the past 2 odd months or so, something like that, the volume's been trading between 50 to 100 million. It's not been that high. We had some days where it goes higher, but ultimately it's been very, very low. For the past 2 to 3 days, Casper's been seeing north of 200 now. And again, that could correct. But one thing that I'm going to, come back to in more detail in a moment is, again, this AMA that I showcased on my channel numerous times from the KEF back on November 10th, 2024, when they are the ones who've been negotiating and talking, have insider information with these exchanges. And they confirmed when the Kraken letter would happen, and they were correct on that. And they also confirmed that what these big tier 1s want to see is higher volume of Casper, in particular with the big tier 1 exchanges. So that being Bybit, that being BitGet, and that being Kraken now. Which of course, Mexi, Gate's still dominating that. Bybit's doing okay today actually at 11.9, that's the highest we've seen for a while. BitGet at 7.46. Kraken once again quite low at just 2% because they have no stablecoin pair. But if you see high volume with the big tier 1s, that would be a very good indicator that we would potentially be seeing the other major tier 1s, the crypto.coms, the Binances, the Coinbases, gearing up to list Casper as well. Again, who Wallet 2 is, we don't know, but for me, that's likely going to be an exchange. What's up, Stunned Homer, bro? Hope you're doing very, very well, my man. Welcome back to the channel. Probably need to hit a better price before Binance get involved. That could be the case, but at the same time, they're better off trying to lift when the momentum's really, really rallying up, as opposed to waiting for the price to get better and wait. Because, I mean, there's an argument for both, right? Price is better, they can send up higher as well. But if there's a lot of, price momentum, they could list Casper and use that to rally past, certain levels of resistance, And if Bufflink says, yes, you enjoy these streams every single day, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. Welcome back, Julian, bro. When will you sell? You already have an exit plan? It's a very good question. Ultimately, I will never have zero Casper. I will always be holding Casper no matter what. I do plan to take some profits. How much, again, I am undecided, because information that I provide to my VIPs in the Coin Factory VIP group, there are numerous sources in there that suggest that we may see the end of the typical 4-year cycle. Meaning that while I do imagine we'll see corrections going from the bull market to the bear market, it may not be as significant. And equally, it may be shorter as well. Typically, you see a bear cycle of 2-3 years, give or take, and start rallying in that 3rd year. It may only be a year, maybe even less than that. And again, I can explain a lot more and provide the sources to support that. For those who are part of the VIP, we're getting links down below in the description and my homepage, so you can find out more about that. So the reason I highlight that is because while I do have take profit strategies, if you will, I'm not looking at certain price targets to take profits. I'm playing reactionary to the markets. When I see the markets getting a bit overheated and I'm thinking, okay, we might start seeing some cool downs, I then might start taking small allocations out just to, protect my investments effectively, and then DCA back in during the bear cycle. But I'm playing reactionary to the market. I've got my certain indicators that I have mentioned and I use that I will determine when I believe the market's getting overheated, which I'll cover more so in due time. And of course, I'll let my VIPs know ahead of time as well, those who are, paying members who want to find out more as well. We have, been very, very doing very well in there so far, providing alpha information and whatnot. Equally, shout out to Chartflows again, the trader part of that group. We have been doing a lot of very, very good profits as well. Very, very good profits, and we posted some of those in the Discord earlier. We saw, over 200% gains in 2 of our recent long trades, which is again fantastic stuff to see. So hopefully that continues going forward as well. Welcome back, bro. Hope you're doing very, very well. Andy A, my man, with 31 more Caspers. Love it, my man. Keep stacking that bag. Shai has guaranteed. Casper dumps at 34 cents. He has definitely put a level of resistance there because of the psychological effect, but it's not going to be as strong as I think people... I'm hoping it won't be as strong. March, yeah, he's a founder. There's a psychological impact on that. It's only 1 million Casper. When you think about the fact that there's currently 26 billion circulating in the supply right now, 26 billion. While 1 million is a lot, especially for a lot of people, is not a lot in the grand scheme of how much Casper is actually out there. So I think it's going to be a psychological thing, as many people are anticipating right now, but I don't think it'll be I think there's a tougher level of resistance here at 20 cents than it is at 35 cents, personally. Because again, during those time and those prices when it's going higher and higher, and then the sky's the limit, no one knows what the top's going to be type of thing, you might then see tier ones try to accelerate. If there's a tier one listing that comes out around 30 cents, then it's going to blow past 35 in my belief. It'll see a very small level of resistance at 35. Again, all the announcements and timings will matter. Welcome back, Obi1.Casper. Welcome back to the channel, my man. You're doing very, very well. Will the deal, Casper? Oh, absolutely. Will touch 16 billion to 21 billion this cycle. We can expect with a crazy amount of injection, $4.8 trillion this cycle, maybe 4.2. And if you know me from Discord, the way I will get my maths is not going to be a 10 trillion cycle. Please believe we can still see a 25 Casper. 25 Casper, 16 billion. 16 billion would put Casper just below $1, or 26 billion would be a $1 Casper. So 16 to 21 would be just above 50 cents Casper, give or take. Which again, that sounds logical to me. I am also skeptical of the analysts who say set 10 trillion cycle. There are a lot of analysts in the institutionalized space who are saying we're predicting a 10 trillion cycle for crypto this year, and I'm equally quite skeptical about that. I think they're just trying to pump the bags higher. I've been saying it for months now. If I'm to hazard a guess, I'm saying 6. I think Bitcoin can reach 150k. Bearish case 130k. I think 150 is possible, and then even then some. So 150k, you're looking at a 3 trillion market cap, and Bitcoin typically takes up over 50%. Well, right now it's got 60%. So actually 3 trillion Bitcoin would amount to probably about 5 trillion market cap. But I think we can easily reach 5, and I think 6 is also very much on the cards. 10, again, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I think it's quite unlikely. We have to wait and see again how the developments go through, because one thing that no one can truly attest to is the level of institutional capital flooding into the space. There's a lot coming through. There's a lot coming through indeed. So I have to just wait and see and pay attention to that. I think Binance will list at the end of May or sometime in June. I'm still convinced they are waiting to see how the hard fork goes, and so far so good. But I still need a bit more uptime with that issue. I think that's also a possibility as well. Also a good possibility. And before I get into more of the comments, let's get into the news to start off with. So, as you can see, Casper doing very, very well, up 7.7% on the daily time frame, looking like trying to make them move up again towards the 13 cent zone, which is great to see. Again, as I showcased earlier, as you draw the fib retracement from this bottom down here to the top down here, it looks like Casper did rebound off that golden pocket once more. So maybe therefore we're going to see it just rally up higher from here. I did draw out last stream that potentially we'll see Casper correct into just above the pocket here around, I think I drew around 9.5 to 10 cents or so around here potentially. And while, you know, Casper pumping right now, it's still on the cards, right? I mentioned it to my VIPs earlier when I announced all of the, you know, macro news and the importance of what's happening right now. I do think there's a possibility we do still see some pullbacks in crypto. As I mentioned, I think Bitcoin might struggle to break above 109k, and therefore we'll see a pullback, and that may potentially cause Casper to pull back towards this zone here again. But this, for me, I don't see Casper going below that right now. And even then, it's doing very, very well. What's also important to know, that also could very much change my perception of that as well. If you look at yesterday in more detail here, just on the daily, we can see we saw obviously a massive pump following the confirmation of trade talks with China and America. And then we had the investor sentiment that sent all crypto down massively, besides XRP for whatever reason. And that was based off the uncertainty regarding CPI inflation and how the tariffs were priced into that. But at the end of the day, we finished down roughly 1%. So we saw a total candle around a 20% zone, but only 1% was down at the end of the day. So we saw a lot of buy pressure and then quite a lot of sell pressure, but it finished basically neutral. So ultimately, when the sentiment came to the end of the day, a lot of the uncertainty, the FUD of tariffs dissipated, and we saw the buyers start winning again. And now the buyers, after today's market opened and we saw the inflation data, came back very positive. So we can see here, US inflation fell to 2.3%, which is lower than expectations. So I made a very in-depth breakdown in my Discord server about what that effectively means. I'll just give you a brief summary of it. Again, if you're in the Discord server, the VIP server, you know firsthand exactly what I mentioned, exactly more detail what happened. So ultimately, the CPI inflation was at 2.3, which was lower than the 2.4 expected. Core CPI is still the same at 2.8%, but this is very, very good because this CPI and this inflation data was the very first inflation data that had the tariffs priced in. Because Trump had a Liberation Day and implemented tariffs in April. So this inflation data was judging what happened in April. Now, there are still analysts who still believe it'll take some time, a few months to actually properly price everything in. But in just 1 month, we have seen inflation, which, you know, it was expected to go up a little bit, but it was lower than expectations, which is very, very good. So we're seeing inflation lower than expected, which is very, very good for on-risk assets like crypto. And that also, because it was lower than expected, does increase the odds of us seeing rate cuts this summer potentially. Maybe September, maybe a little bit earlier. Again, we'll have to wait and see. I don't think we'll get them next FOMC meeting in June. I'm a bit skeptical about that now. But now we've got a higher chance of rate cuts. Again, things may develop and change with next month's CPI data potentially coming back and, you know, completely looking negative at the end of the day. Maybe it ends up showing that actually it was a kind of a gradual build up more and more and accelerated inflation. We'll have to wait and see. But so far, the investor sentiment is there's going to be likely a higher chance of us seeing rate cuts, therefore, because inflation is lower than expected. We'll have to see what the Fed officials are going to be talking about throughout the week. They're going to be making a lot of, you know, press conferences and whatnot. Their stance is going to probably still be very, very hawkish, but it's more optimistic now, which is very, very good to see. So that's great news. That's why Casper's pumping a lot right now. Ethereum equally pumping a lot right now. Fantastic. So we're right now, once again, looking at a bit of an altcoin rally. I don't think we're in an altcoin cycle. Bitcoin dominance is falling off, which is great to see, but we're not in an altcoin cycle, which is an altcoin rally. I still think when we get the proper green light and stablecoin framework, we're going to see a lot of these. You know, I think Bitcoin dominance might rally up again. And you'll see everything just follow Bitcoin, and then once you see everything kind of being priced in effectively, you then start seeing Bitcoin dominance fall off quite quickly. Ethereum will rally up a lot higher. XRP will, Casper will go parabolic. Sui will do great. C, Tau. Frankly, everything in this space pretty much going to do very, very well. It's then just trying to find the right assets that you can look into to do well after the cycle's over, because there's going to be a lot of assets that go to zero. A lot. That's just what I've been hearing all over the place. There's going to be a crypto cannibalization. 99% of assets are going to go to zero. You've got to find the right ones that won't do that. And for me, Casper is the gem out of a lot of rocks. A lot of rocks, to say the least. So that's looking great in that side. I might come back full circle to talk about it a bit more in a moment. And I've got more macro news here to talk about as well, which is great to hear, which I'll talk about in a moment as well. We've got here from Love Rin, who has over 136,000 subscribers. So again, quite a big KOL who put major Casper leak. Rumours swirling that Coinbase just greenlit Casper for a surprise listing. Are you ready for the FOMO? Now, this is complete speculation. I have heard literally nothing about this. There's no source. The source is just trust me, bro. So there's nothing to confirm this at all. But I'm talking about it because there are certain metrics and certain information and facts we can look at that can confirm this. For example, and this information, by the way, is available in my Discord server. If you go onto the Discord server, if you're in the community and type in KEF and you go to page 4, you'll find this base here. And I think it's a TD. I think I also put a TLDR there as well, so you can find out in short what it is. But this is effectively the TLDR from Evie, who is head of business development at KEF. TLDR of it, where they mentioned in this AMA that before I get into that, Mikey, my man, with the $20 Canadian donation again, thank you very much, brother. Still loving your streams. I appreciate you massively, my man. Thank you so much, you absolute legend. And yeah, we're on the up right now, definitely. We're looking like a lot more is coming through. So hopefully you all enjoy as always. And yes, leave a like, you know the deal. But again, I appreciate very much, Mikey, you legend. And stay tuned because, you know, we're going to be here when Casper eventually makes all-time highs and further on beyond that as well. We are still very early and very lucky in that state as well. Yeah, again, appreciate very, very much, my man. As I was stating before, Mikey's generosity, the KF mentioned on November 10th, so this is, you know, going back 7 months now, I mentioned around, where is it, around part 2. Yeah, so there is news that Kraken will list Casper this month. At the same time, we are actively dealing with certain exchanges on favourable remarks about the price of Casper. So the Kraken remark here, Kraken listed Casper 1 week later. Wow. Tony sent 10 quick crypto gift memberships. Holy cow, my man. Thank you very much for the membership donations. That's a first. That's insane. Thank you very much, my man. Yeah, absolute legend. Absolute legend indeed. And I'm only going to mention this again because people did ask me. Those who, I mean, again, you haven't got to donate anything to me. I appreciate it all massively. If you do, then of course, thank you. There is also a Casper donation wallet in the description, as I was asked to put up by the community. Again, by no means is anybody obligated, and I'm not even asking you to donate anything to me. I do this because I love doing this, and you guys are, you guys give me the reason to want to keep doing this. So thank you very much once again. If you want to show support, I'm not going to say no, of course, whether it be through Casper donation wallet or through YouTube. I appreciate it all very, very much. But thank you, Kryptoni and Mikey, both you two, for your generosity. Once again, you guys are legends. So thank you again. I cannot thank you enough. And I lost train of thought again. Always throws me off whenever this happens. Every time I always get thrown off when that happens. Yes, so KF, they mentioned about the Kraken listing for Casper happening. They mentioned it on the 10th of November. And exactly 1 week later, Kraken listed Casper. So I'm only highlighting that because, again, the KF have got insider connections and they are, in talks effectively with these exchanges. So they know what they're talking about. They confirmed Kraken will likely list Casper this month, and it happened. They also mentioned that we are actively dealing with certain exchanges' unfavourable remarks about the price of Casper. So we don't know who the exchanges are. We can speculate who they are. My money's on Binance, personally. My money's on Binance. But, unfavourable remarks here about the price of Casper. Therefore, if you're looking back in November right now, November is around here. 10th of November is right here. So you're looking at around it. There was a massive spike for Casper on that day, but on the opening of the market, it was at 10.9 cents, so 11 cents. So of course, when you're looking at that compared to where it was back in July, it was a massive, 50% pullback. So of course, unfavorable remarks. Casper did then rally up to 19 cents before then seeing this massive pullback. Now they're going to recover, which is great to see right now. But yeah, highlighting, yes, they are dealing with unfavorable remarks. And also, negotiations with other exchanges have been going on for several months. We do know Binance has been talking to Casper since 2023. We know Coinbase more recently started speaking to Casper, thanks to the KRI sending an open letter to them. We know OKX is a part of the KEF. And we also saw recently, about last week, Crypto.com make a page on their website on how to buy Casper and sell Casper on their website. So those are the 4 front-running tier 1s that I think are gearing up to this Casper right now. Of course, love and highlights. Coinbase is one of them coming very, very soon. I have no confirmation of that. That's just speculation, but we can talk about it here. The key to considering listing a coin on a primary exchange, tier 1 exchange, is the project's total value locked which Casper being what it is, a proof of work element, Casper currently has no TVL in the strict sense. But the other thing, which Casper therefore has to pay attention to, is trading volume performances on mainstream exchanges. So currently that'd be Bybit, BitGet, and now Kraken as well, who have listed Casper on the primary exchanges in the true sense. So what therefore these tier ones are looking out for, I guess that's the only proper information we have right now, looking out for to determine whether they're going to list Casper or not, is whether Casper has high volume, therefore there's a lot of FOMO and hype around the project, therefore further rallying the price up higher as well, and also on the big exchanges. That's why I constantly highlight we need to see Bybit and BitGet and Kraken higher. Kraken hasn't got a stablecoin pair, so it's always going to be lackluster. But Bybit and BitGet has to be higher. Mexi and Gate have always been pretty much taken up half combined together. 50% of the volume has been done by these two combined. BitGet at 11.9 is good. It's one of the highest we have seen, but we need to see it go higher still. BitGet equally good, but it needs to go higher still. So we need to see that, again, it's not a confirmation without them we won't see tier ones, but it would be definitely a massive help. Definitely a massive help. So this speculation can be further supported with information from the KF that with the volume now rallying up to 210 million right now, 24 hour, and it's been below 100 for a very, very long time, that might potentially indicate that tier ones are rallying up again. And again, with Crypto.com posting just last week about how to buy Casper, that further adds to the FOMO. And then when you look at the wallets right now, we speculate with good reason that wallet 2 is a tier 1, likely Binance. We did see yesterday that it did sell for the first time ever Casper and send it to a Bybit wallet, which is interesting. So we don't know whether it's a reallocation going on, whether it's actually just, again, selling to another exchange to gain some profits back. Because right now, to my knowledge, this wallet 2's average entry of Casper is around the 13 cents zone right now, which they did sell yesterday. They actually sold, on my chart, sold around 130 BST. So we go into the 15-minute. You can see right here, around 1 would have been about here. So they would have sold around 12.5 cents. So it actually was slightly underneath, where that average price would have been. So maybe they have a lower average now. The last time I checked was probably about 2-3 weeks ago. So they might actually have a lower average now because I've still been buying more and more Casper. So they might have a lower average now, and therefore they just decide to, break even, take some profits, whatever it may be. Or maybe they're just gearing up for a listing again. We can speculate what it is, but they did sell 3 million Casper for the first time, outflows to a Bybit wallet. But what we're understanding once more, again, they got 722 million Casper. That is not a small margin. That is exchange level capital. I mean, look at all the big wallets here. That's KRC20. Mexi, top. Uphold, top. Gate up there. Bybit up there. BitGet up there. These other unknown tagged are likely exchanges. I mean, of course, it can be just some person with some crazy capital. Maybe it's Michael Saylor, who knows. But it's likely going to be a big tier 1. And think about what we haven't got yet. Coinbase, Binance, Gate. What am I talking about? Crypto.com, Gemini, Robinhood, OKX. Which 4 of those I mentioned have connection to Casper. Binance have the biggest ones, been talking to Casper for over a year, and equally have done loads of leaked posts about Casper, have a futures market for Casper on their exchange, have a mining pool. They upgraded to Crescendo as well. The one that's least likely for me right now, which is why this one's even more speculative, is Coinbase. Because Coinbase, despite, for those who aren't aware, and I'll see if I can load it up while I'm waffling about it right now, DAG Labs, the company that founded Casper, they were funded by a company called Polychain Capital. Polychain Capital is actually a venture, so like another arm effectively, of Coinbase Exchange. And you can look that up for yourself. I'm going to find that I want to look at. I think it's this. Yeah, DAG Labs right here. We can see right here. DAG Labs. Casper was envisioned by a research and development company, DAG Labs, through the investment of Polychain Capital. Now, if I do a quick Google search right now, Polychain Capital Coinbase. I mean, it's Wikipedia, so it's going to look a little bit weird. Actually, no, sorry, I'll go CoinDesk. There you go, CoinDesk. That's more trustworthy than Wikipedia. Look, here you go. Crypto VC firm Polychain Capital raises $200 million from Fourth Fund Fortune. You can see, talks about it a little bit more, and it mentions Coinbase. Polychain Capital was founded in 2016 by early Coinbase employee Olaf Carlson-Wee. So again, this is a venture arm of Coinbase Exchange who helped Envision, Casper. Polychain paid $8 million to rent the brainpower of the above team for 3 years to research and develop Casper. That being, Michael Sutton, Mike Zack, who's working with IGRA Labs right now. You got Ori, who I think also might be working with IGRA. That one I'm not too sure about. I need to check that one. Mike Zack I know is. Of course, Son Polinsky as well. And of course, Shai as well. All the core members effectively. Polychain invested $8 million to rent the brainpower of that team to research Casper. So there is a connection in that regard, therefore, to Coinbase and Casper. But they've just been very standoffish. Very standoffish. And that's proven furthermore in this post here. Brian Armstrong recently announced that Coinbase just became the first and only crypto company to join the S&P 500. Huge news. Dollar coin. Now a stock effectively. This milestone presents what the true believers from retail investors to institutional investors and our employees and partners knew all along. Crypto is here to stay. That's confirmation. That's very big news. But Coinbase, their dollar coin is based off the top 50 projects in the crypto space. That's what the dollar coins are meant to be a representation of. The top 50. And it has not got Casper in it. Which is weird because Casper has, a few months back was flirting with in and out of top 50. But when this project coin was first talked about, it was quite comfortably in the top 50. Right now it's 35. So Coinbase, for reasons unbeknownst to us, they are ignoring Casper. They are ignoring Casper, not putting it in the dollar coin, which, is when it is. End of the day, it doesn't particularly bother me. They should be in it, but what are you going to do about it? All we could do is just keep being noisy about it, but it's not a big deal personally for me. They're going to come to Casper, as anybody I think eventually will, for what Casper actually is, a truly innovative, quick layer 1 infrastructure that's superior in terms of speed to every other layer 1 in this space. There's been proof of such. Look at XRP, look at Sui, look at Solana. There's been videos of it where people have got multiple devices, multiple phones, and send transactions at the same time on different chains, and Casper has beaten them quite comfortably, 2 times faster than Sui in regards to the actual transaction process, and 5 times in Solana and XRP, which is crazy. When we're in a space right now where speed and efficiency of transaction and payments and security is what institutions really, really value, Casper therefore seems a clear winner. And it's early on, and it's going to get even better as time goes on as well. So in that regard, then that also, correlates to the fact that tier 1 listings themselves will also eventually list Casper. I think increased volume momentum plus higher price will be the key catalyst for such. Right now, Casper's rallying up higher and higher right now. Looks like the buyers are definitely winning, up 8.7%. Looks like we're trying to push towards 13 cents again. Now, we're going to probably see rejection, but we're seeing a massive candle again. So, evidently, somebody, maybe the tier 1s again, they're pumping that bag right now. They're pumping it massively right now. If we go again to the short time frame, let's go to 10 minute now. Go away. We can see again, we did see it go slightly higher. That was yesterday. But we're seeing right now the momentum is just continuously going up. From the market open today, more or less it was around actually would have been around 1 a.m. for me. It opened for me at 1 a.m. So it would have come down a little bit, as it did, down 5%, and now it's rallying up. And we can see right now, it's going up higher highs right now. Again, it's finding, resistance right now around the zone, but we could break above it. Very well could break above it. So Casper, again, looking very, very strong. And I like to believe the next bullish leg for Casper is all but confirmed. We'll see resistance, of course. Don't be emotional, be logical. Things are going to go up and down as they do in the market. But things are looking up for the most part. I think we might see some pullbacks very soon, but we are getting more bullish news right now. JP Morgan has dropped US recession calls after the US-China trade truce. They've now dropped it back to what I think it was 30%. They had it like 80% recession chances, and now it's down to 30 after the trade truce. Once more, we're currently very much in a headline-driven market right now because of tariffs and that sort of stuff, but that will, again, hopefully quickly come to an end as well. But, again, that is very, very big news, seeing, again, the TradFi companies and big FIs, saying, oh, yeah, that recession stuff you're talking about, yeah, I think we were wrong now. And equally, we can see here, also quite important, amid ongoing discussions between the Senate, Democrats and Republicans about the path forward for the Genius Act, something to consider. According to Senate rules, this next vote on the bill, whenever it may be, will be the last chance to get it right in its current form. The last chance. Under Rule 13 of the Standing Rules of the Senate, if Leader Tom Thune motions to reconsider and is rejected, or if the Senate reaffirms its original decision to not advance the bill through the legislation cannot move forward to an amendment process and final passage unless the entire Senate unanimously agrees to revisit it, which almost never happens. So this actually is a very, very interesting predicament. To my knowledge, the Senate, the Republicans, they are hoping they can get this renegotiation back to the Senate floor before Memorial Day, which is the 26th of this month of May. So that's 2 weeks from now. Is that right? Less than 2 weeks, 13 days from now. Again, we'll have to wait and see. No date's been confirmed just yet. But if this bill comes to floor again and it's rejected, that will cause FUD. That will cause pullbacks. Because it's a stablecoin bill. This is institutional adoption coming into space. That will be very, very bad. I'll be surprised because the bill originally was put forward by pretty much all the members. They're all happy with it. And then last second, some politicians, I believe it was some Democrats, pulled out of the vote, put it forward. And it only lost by 1 vote. So it's very, very close. So there is definitely a possibility we could see the bill pass this time, which would be very, very good. And that would drive more from it. I think that passing of the bill could be the catalyst to send Bitcoin above all-time highs. So if I was to just throw some randomness out based on my understanding right now of what's happening in the market, again, things can change drastically. There's still strife going on between India and Pakistan and Ukraine and Russia. And equally, Japan are causing some form of angst between America right now by threatening to dump their treasuries, their $1.1 trillion worth of treasuries on the American banks, which would collapse the market. I don't think they're going to do that, but they're bearing teeth, right? I think we'll see Bitcoin probably make a rally and find rejection either here at this zone, drawing out the line here, or maybe a little bit higher around all-time highs between this area here. I think we'll see Bitcoin find some form of rejection again. We'll see it come down. It's again throughout the next 2 weeks or so, and if we end up getting again more positive developments macro-wise and equally fundamental-wise, more partnerships, all that sort of stuff, and Casper as well doing its own thing as well, we may see some form of reversal around 100k, I want to say. Again, things could just go up from here and that would also be very, very good, but I'm expecting to see some form of reversal at some point over the next couple of days or a week or so, come back to 100k, worst case. Again, depending on what happens, it could go even lower. Worst case, I think it'll come back down to 96k. That's basically get some form of outbreak or something like that, or some tariff development that ends up being very bad. And then we'll see, once the reversal has been confirmed and it goes up again, I think that will be the catalyst that sends Bitcoin above. If you're looking at M2 supply, another relatively accurate metric for Bitcoin as well, as it got 80% correlation. M2 is fairly close. We can see right now that M2 is showcasing right now that Bitcoin should be seeing the correction it's seeing right now, which is why we're seeing it pull back right now. But it should be going up, come back again, and then it'll start making that move going towards the end of May into June, where it should surpass and go up towards 120k or so, give or take. Again, it's not 100% accurate, as we can see right now. It's not the most accurate metric, but it's got a very close correlation. Very, very close right now. We can see it's been quite diligent following along. And again, you can change how you want to see. This has currently got a 90-day, so it's a 3-month thing, and the metrics you look for, M2, can be between 10 weeks to 15 weeks, which therefore means between 70 days to 105 days. Anywhere between there is fine. So you do 70 day right now, you can see equally it's a bit earlier on. So you could again see in this little correction path right now, and then seeing it right up right now. Again, it's not 100% accurate, but it's a fairly good metric that I've been using a little bit more recently because it helps me devise how much money in the global economy. If you don't know what the M2 is, to give a very brief understanding, the M2 is a metric of how much money is in the economy, in the 5 biggest economies. So Europe, United Kingdom, United States, China, and Japan. And that's why the Fed not cutting rates right now, while frustrating, is not actually that bad because the M2 is really, really high because the dollar fell so far back, it allowed the other nations, China, Japan, all the other big nations, to loosen their monetary policies because the dollar was down, so they could afford to do so without ruining their exchange rate, or not too badly at least. So that's why the M2 is so high right now, and that's why, again, we don't need rate cuts. Of course, it'd be great to have them in America. We don't need them though. And again, M2 suggests we're going to see seeing some good momentum going into June, July. Again, it's not 100% correlation, but it's got a good accuracy. So again, things are looking up in that regard. And again, all the macros looking very, very good as well. Hopeful in that regard. I'm very hopeful about that. CPI being low is great. Recession worries falling off, also fantastic. And then Casper again. Tier 1s, I think, are going to jump on board with this FOMO again, with the momentum continuing to accelerate more and more. As an exchange who wants to make money, it makes logical sense. Again, logic's kind of be thrown out the window of the tier 1s right now, but it makes sense for them to at least list or consider listing the project while the volume is higher and the FOMO is coming back into the market. That's again what the KS stated 7 months ago now. And I'm sure you'll see these other major centralized players, Coinbase, other big institutions start to actually take notice of Casper as well. They've been ignoring them for a while. I think it's by design because Casper is not a small asset. It's top 35 right now and it's been top 20 before. You would take notice of a top 20, top 50 asset. You've got a dollar coin that meant to group the top 50 coins together. So Casper, by that logic, should be in there. So they know of Casper, definitely. Why they're ignoring them, again, we can debate till death do us pass. I will get into more of the announcements like this one here from Julian regarding MEXC, which is important to note. But before I do that, let's get into more of the questions because I'm sure I've missed a lot. Well, the deal says 4.8 trillion is really impressive, especially after we have the liquidity shuffle and Bitcoin loss. That dominance, please believe Ethereum is coming for it and it will share the most of it with friends. Oh yeah, right now the Bitcoin dominance is falling off right now and I do think we'll see. Again, Ethereum's days are numbered for me, most definitely. Up 9% right now. Fantastic. Again, Ethereum rallying also what's allowing Casper to rally as well. Right now, it's following Ethereum looking like, which is, equally very, very cool. Casper right now is up almost 9% as well, which is fantastic. We're seeing it go higher and higher right now. Let's look at the chart while we do this. But, I think Ethereum, its days are numbered. Ethereum is, it's old, it's incumbent, it's expensive. It's not the future. Ethereum's done. We mentioned in my stream yesterday as well, we covered one of my alpha documents that I do share with my VIPs here. One of the alpha documents regarding Stanford University. So one of the big Ivy Leagues. And they had a whole 119-page document covering everything that's important coming to the whole world in the next, now actually, in the next things to look in the next 5 years. One of those topics was crypto. And one topic they covered was that Bitcoin, the grandfather crypto effectively, it's energy intensive, it's inefficient. And they highlight that Ethereum is deemed the next best thing right now. But they did also highlight at the very, very end, it's unclear if something better will come out to surpass both effectively. That's not word for word, but that's what we covered yesterday. Again, if you want to find the source for that full information in there, that information is available in my VIP group. You should go in there and type in exclusive, and you'll be able to find every single institutionalized document that I've posted in there. All very in-depth. And you can read through the documents yourself, and it tells you exactly what's come to the space and why I'm not. That's why throughout all this correction with Casper, all this time everyone's getting bearish, I never worried. I knew what was coming to the space. I know what's coming to the space because I got the information to prove it from institutions who run the world. So you want to stay ahead of the game again, the information to find all that sort of stuff alongside trades that we've been doing, very profitable trades right now as well. We do weekly live streams as well to go in more depth as well, and equally educational videos, much more on there. VIP group wop.com/coinfactory. 7-day free trials. You can take out for free if you wanted to. Look for free. If you think it's worth your while, then by all means sign up. There's a lot we provide in there, and it's going to rally up more and more as well. Going to bring some more people in as well, hopefully, to provide extra value to the community as well. But anyways, just tangent aside. Yes, effectively, Stanford has stated effectively that they're unsure if something new is going to come out that will be better. But it is now. It's Casper. This document is a recent one, but of course, they're still playing devil's advocate, not really acknowledging Casper just yet. It's still very early. Casper's only 3 years old, 4 years old. It's very, very new. They're not going to understand it just yet. Even now, big YouTubers don't understand Casper. A lot of them don't and refuse to try and understand it as well because they don't care. They think it's going to be it's a fake Bitcoin. If it's a Bitcoin 2.0, they get put off. They're lost at the end of the day. They're lost completely. But yeah, Casper is going to dominate the space and it will surpass Ethereum. This cycle thing is going to do very well. But I think after that, it's going to fall off and Casper might be the one to take its place. Like to see, we are ahead of Jerry Benfield's Shield ICP. 35 market cap kind of feels good. Oh yeah, it is a massive, great feeling. ICP right now is at 37. Casper now at 36. Come down a little bit. But it's just, actually that's a lie. It's just not updated here. It actually is above OKB right now into the market cap by about 6 billion. But yeah, again, for me, I don't know much ICP. I don't know much about it at all, truth be told, so I cannot talk to it too much. But what I do know is looking at the chart right now is when I see a cryptocurrency with an infinite max supply, I immediately don't go near it anymore. Why? Because Terra Luna and Monero both had infinite max supplies, and they both rugged. Whether this is, I don't know. I think it's got some AI capabilities in ICP. I don't truly know, but if you have an infinite max supply, you are no different from the cash system we're in right now that is collapsing. If you are part of a project that actually has it in their, tokenomics, we have an infinite max supply. I mean, we can just print more, create more tokens out of thin air. Is going to be nothing more than just the fiat currency we have right now, which is a terrible system. Proof of stakes are in a slightly better but similar boat. If you take XRP, for example, and I hold XRP, I understand the risk with XRP, I hold XRP. You look at XRP, for example, XRP has a fixed max supply of 100 billion. However, because of their tokenomics, they have split up a lot of the insider members, the CEOs and all those, stakeholders, whatever they are, they collectively control over 50% of XRP's total supply. Meaning, therefore, they have the power, if they choose to create more tokens. They can say they won't do, but then you've got to trust them. ICP had it straight in their thing, so did Luna, so did Monero. They have infinite max supply, therefore, they can print more, and then, albeit just straight that, and then, two of them already collapsed. Luna collapsed, Monero just collapsed like a month back. Not Monero. Do I mean Monero? I think I'm saying the wrong one. Mantra, I apologize, not Monero, Mantra, I apologize. Monero is not, sorry, that's a completely different project, I apologize. Mantra is the one that collapsed. The infinite max supply. I knew I was getting that wrong. Yeah, infinite max, so that's Mantra there, and equally you look at Luna here, Terra Classic. These two rugged, went to zero, effectively, max supply as well, infinite. So ICP for me then is a very similar boat, just on that alone. I don't know the project too well, it might be good. It has some sort of AI capabilities, I think. So AI, of course, a very, very big factor, but it has max infinite supply. Therefore, it has all the capabilities to be exactly like cash, therefore go to zero. XRP has a max supply, but because the insiders control more than 50% of supply, they can collectively just make more. Casper and Bitcoin equally has max supply, but because it's decentralized, it's very, very hard for you to manage to collectively get over 50% of the mining power and holders to agree upon creating more Casper. There is a way you can create more Casper tokens, but it requires you to get the group of people who collectively own over 50% of supply and mining power to agree upon this. And that is not going to be easy. That's not going to be easy at all. It's borderline impossible. It's not impossible, but it's borderline impossible. That's why Bitcoin and Casper has that advantage of being a proof of work, whereas ICP does not. And that's also why Casper has been deemed, and as Plan Case Endgame says, harnessed the perfect form of money because it's got human greed priced into it as well. It's definitely an ally of Ethereum, no matter what we think. That's why it runs when Ethereum was. I mean, right now it seems to be the case. Ethereum is running and Casper's running with it right now. It's great to see. Right now it's up it's 8.40%, and it's, flirting with 13 cents again, which is very, very good to see. Casper 1 mil when? I mean, who knows? Who knows? Maybe a few years' time. I mean, as an actual value, Casper being valued $1 million is not going to happen. But you talk about how much it would be to you make $1 million on Casper, depends on your holdings. Who knows? Welcome back, Honey. Hope you're doing very, very well. Welcome back to the stream. All we want to see is Casper get 33% of the market cap when we are peaking between 4.2 to 4.8. I mean, I think it's a possibility. Again, we'll have to wait and see. 50 cents and $1 will be way bigger resistances. Oh yeah, they'll be way bigger. That's what I mean. I think you'll see resistance here at 20. You'll see resistance here at 35. But 50 and $1 will be much, much bigger in regards to 35. That's a psychological thing that some people are, in my belief, and it's not me trying to call anybody out, but I think 35 cents being a tough resistance level, while possible, I think people are blowing it out of proportion a little bit. I don't think it's only 1 mil Casper. I know he's the founder, and that's not good, but it's 1 mil Casper. And either way, he's been public about it. It'd be worse if he sold here without saying anything, shocking everybody, and then dumping Casper. That would be very, very bad. That might cause Casper to struggle going up higher. But he's being transparent about it. He told us about it way back here. Way back here. So, yeah. Maybe the 350k shy make from dumping his own project will Circle tell his online begging antics. I mean, you gotta understand, DC. He's doing everything right now out of the love of the game, but these things cost money. He hasn't got another job. He's not got a 9 to 5. He's devoted pretty much his whole effort to creating Casper, but he's not. He understands. He's creating everything to help promote Casper and develop Casper, right? Not the actual incurred developer, more so the researcher, but he's still devoting all the time to Casper, but he's not making money from it. So, to help him do what he wants to do, he's asking for compensation. Yeah, I mean, again, you may not like Shy. I mean, I know you don't like Shy, and that's fair enough. But I wouldn't clarify it like that at all. I wouldn't say it's begging antics at all. I think that's a problem at all. He's simply asking for compensation for the work he's doing off his own skin. If he can't get compensation, he can't do the work. And that's a whole other issue. I mean, right now, he switched to YouTube right now, so hopefully that pans out well for him. He might be the next big YouTuber. Maybe he'll surpass me, who knows. 50 cents for sure, people, so 80 cents or $1. I mean, there's going to be loads. Again, we'll have to play it by reactionary. We'll play it by when it actually comes, And I've missed a hell of a lot of questions. I can see how many I've missed. Oh my gosh. Trying to catch up myself, gonna be crazy. What's up, Shay, man? Yo, the listeners we will have on the way are great pit stops for fuel up, and then we go hard $2 to $5 this year. I mean, who knows? I think we'll see a lot of resistance there, and we can definitely DC at those zones, and maybe we go that high again. That'd be a 52 to 129 bill market cap. I don't think that's too excessive. We have to wait and see though. Again, it depends on the nature of how the market rallies more and more, how high we go. The higher Bitcoin goes, the higher Casper goes as well. I have more than Shy. His selling won't affect anything as long as he sells during listing because of the volume. I mean, again, Shy's told us when he's selling. So it comes down to whether listings want to list during that period or not. Guys, be clever. Shy has much more than 1 mil, maybe 50 mil, much more. We don't know that. Well, I mean, I don't know that at least. Maybe he does. What Shy's doing is selling the Casper he got given for DAG Labs. That's what he's doing. All the developers and founders got given, Casper for DAG Labs when they worked with Polychain. And a lot of them sold, I think around 16 cents. That's what Shy mentioned. If you go and watch the video from Casper Silver, I think they mentioned he was advised to sell at 16 cents. He didn't. He sold at 20. He's going to sell the rest of his DAG Labs money at 35. So, but again, I mean, either way, him selling that is going to free up more money, and it's going to be another long-term holder selling it. So I don't see it as a big problem. I don't. But yeah, I mean, again, because my chat's going to crash, isn't it? Yep, there you go. I knew it. My YouTube, I mean, it's my PC being terrible. My YouTube studio, man, it's just so many tabs up until my stream just crashes. It doesn't actually crash the stream, but my chat freezes and then it has to refresh. And unfortunately, that may mean I missed some questions now. Let me quickly try and see if I can find the absolute top. And I'll reload the chat again. How high can I go? Yeah, unfortunately, I've definitely missed quite a few questions, unfortunately. So I do apologize if I missed your question. The highest I can see right now is a 25 bill markup per Casper. That's the highest I can see right now, unfortunately. So if you asked a question, I missed it, please re-ask it. Otherwise, then save it tomorrow and I'll answer that tomorrow as well. And I've just seen, yes, the donation from Cryptoni. Thank you very much, brother. And I do not know that therefore means I missed Mikey's donations as well. So again, I appreciate it very, very much. W Mikey indeed. Absolute legend, my man. And yeah, oh wow, it's great to see Adam, Buffer, everyone now, the OGs. Oh, that is so funny. All the OGs getting the membership besides Mr. Miles and people like DC as well. That is so funny. Mr. Miles don't get it, makes me so happy, I can't lie. That is so funny. Oh, that's made my day. Thank you very much. W Cryptoni indeed. And yeah, honestly, that NBA draft was crazy. Seeing the Dallas Mavericks getting first pick is criminal. Absolutely criminal. There's no way it should have got that. But yeah, definitely appreciate it very, very much. Thank you very much, my man. And welcome back, Crypto Dad, my bro. Welcome back to the channel. It's the ability to appeal as a utility token. And on top of that, the listings it will get. The truth is that they know they can dethrone others. It's Limelight. They just want to see it consistently work. And yeah, I mean, they'll list Casper in due time. It's just a matter of time, but they need to have, it needs to be battle tested properly first. I mean, Casper's been battle tested, but it needs to be more battle tested, basically. Welcome back, my man. Hope you do very well from Canada. Casper is pumping. It is right now QAAT. It's looking very, very strong right now. Hope you see it make another push towards 13 cents again. But yeah, you guys absolutely legend. And yeah, you get to use the quick crypto emojis as well now. Math. I should make some more actually. I think now that I think you had to pass a certain number of members before you can actually make more emojis. Maybe I'll make some more now. Casper these days is like Mike Tyson in 1986. Those that knew him knew that he had what it takes to be the champion. Others thought that he wasn't who he was, or who he said he was. But even the other boxers knew he was the person and were scared of him. I mean, yeah, I agree. I do very much agree. They were scared of him. And I think Casper, yeah, he's gonna dethrone everything as well. I love you, QC. Love you too, Hobo Bro. Hope you're doing very well. Welcome back to the channel, my man. What did I just win? You won a membership apparently, so well done, my man. It looks like Tony actually managed. I'm hoping it was well, if it was selective, and you didn't pick Mr. Miles, that made me laugh more. But if it was random, it's crazy to see that actually the majority of the membership was given to people who have been in this channel, in this community for pretty much since the very beginning. Aside Mr. Miles, of course, which again, I think it's just justice. I can't. It's actually made my day so much. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh at you, Mr. Miles, but it's just absolute cinema. It really is. Yeah, love you too, bro. We know alts go up when Bitcoin dominance goes down. Yes, that's not an indicator of which alts will dominate. I mean, true, but we can attest to that Casper will be one of them. Binance and Bybit are mates though. That's also true. So potentially, therefore, they're selling back to, because they buy from Bybit as well. So they're selling back to Bybit, maybe to help Bybit out a little bit. And then maybe that's, again, more proof that they are Binance. Again, we haven't got confirmation as such, but I think, again, it's a matter of time we'll find out. You can see it's dominating right now, and not all Bitcoin pairs have bottomed out, but Casper did. And now it's, I mean, that's, yeah, I mean, again, Will was right there as well. Will was right there as well that not all pairs have bottomed out, but Casper has definitely bottomed out down here. And we look at Cas dominance right now, which, I haven't looked at this properly in a while. It's going to be great to look at right now. Back Casper to Bitcoin right now. Looks like we are just about break even. That's where we started. Oh, no, we started around here even. So we're not break even just yet. We're very, very close though. Very close to seeing. We're probably down about, what, 5%? 10% right now. So Casper's all about to start outperforming Bitcoin again, and then that's going to be a whole other thing as well. Mr. Miles. He couldn't take it. He couldn't take it. Oh, thank you very much, my man. Welcome to the Casper family. Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny. Oh, that is unbelievably hilarious. Mr. Miles couldn't take not being part of it, so he thought he's the big system. He started to overcome it and get a membership himself. I appreciate very, very much, Mr. Marman. Welcome to the Casper family and everybody else who is now part of it. Thanks to Kryptoni, and again to Mikey for the $20K donation. You guys are legends, always here in the space. I appreciate very, very much. So yeah, as always, if you enjoy this content, do every single day. Link leave a like, share, subscribe for more, and if you want to be more included in the community, you've got the free Discord here, equally links down below in the description and homepage here, and equally the VIP, which gives you even more in-depth insight, alpha information regarding the space, and equally I am trying to work some magic and try and find some alpha information about Casper as well, and hopefully I'll be able to provide some of that in that community as well, so that'll also be a benefit there. A lot more trying to provide in there in the community as a whole. So if you want to be more included to getting ahead of the game, alpha information, understanding more about the space, private live streams, as well as trade alerts, much more. Links down below in the description, homepage as well. And again, you can join for a 7-day free trial. Check that out by all means. But again, you guys are legend, and Mr. Miles just couldn't take being left out. I love that so much. It made me so happy. All it to is Jay. God, I wish. God, I wish, but it's not. Casper is secure from solar flares in area protected by lead. The whole setup is actually EMP resistant. Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy. So yeah, Tony's got Jarvis basically. Tony's got Jarvis, but in regards to Casper miners, that's insane. I love that. it's a big exchange or government level of Casper buying. It is. I mean, it's got to be a big. It's definitely not for me just one big whale, right? It's going to be someone who's going to utilize Casper for their own benefit. So an exchange, or maybe it is some governmental body, like whatever it is. Like, I think it's more like going to be. I think it's Binance. I think it's got to be Binance. Now, before I get into more of the comments, I mean, it's been insane, and I definitely missed more. I'll answer more questions real quick because I don't want to have that crash again and then miss a load of questions again. But we've got some more information to cover. I will actually quickly cover this one here though regarding Mexi. Julian here, who is a Casper contributor. Regarding Mexi, following my meeting with them in Paris, I can confirm that they are fully aware of the concerns raised by many members of the community. I strongly emphasize the importance of giving advance notice before suspending withdrawals. They show willingness to make decisions in line with our requests, and I'm continuing the discussions with them. As of today, Mexi has not communicated publicly about their efforts apart from the 0-free trading on Casper, which is not the request we raised. I'd like to remind everyone that I do not work for Mexi and I have no control over their actions or announcements. If there's any updates, Mexi will communicate Mexi will communicate it themselves, as they should. It would also be inappropriate for me to communicate about any new effort before they do, even if some are already on the agenda. I've done everything I could possibly do at this stage. Thank you for understanding. So ultimately, to highlighting that they are aware of the whole, Mexi suspending withdrawals, things, and how long it takes, days and days on end to actually transact zero fees Casper, despite the crescendo upgrades. So they are aware of it. They're just, I guess, not doing anything about it right now. I don't really know what they're doing about it. So it's a shame because I actually do like Mexi, but I like Mexi and I do trade on Mexi actually. But anything regarding Casper, I do not touch Mexi for at all. And until they sort their stuff out, I have no intention to use Mexi at all for Casper thing in general. Like worst, the most I do for it would buy Casper on Mexi and then send it to my Tangent wallet. But right now I use Kraken, or you can use Uphold, or you can use multiple exchanges right now. Soon, hopefully, you can just buy it natively on Casper with stablecoins. That's my goal. At the end of the day, I want to do that instead. But yeah, I mean, Mexi are aware of it. Hopefully, they'll fix their act in due time as well. So on the high end, we're only going to see 50 cents. We could go a lot higher. Again, we'll have to wait and see. We have no confirmation of where we're going to go right now. Anything's possible right now. 50 cents would only be a 13 bill market cap. That's not that high. You can use Uphold. Yeah, use Uphold as well. We're Moon yet? Not Moon just yet, but we're doing well today. I told you long ago they are taking their time because they just captured Ethereum. I know that Casper is going to destroy Ethereum. That's, yeah, I mean, again, also a very logical assumption there as well. I mean, yeah, Ethereum is, going to rip, as it will do. It's had a massive pullback from its top at around 4.1k. 66% for Ethereum is insane. And now, had a nice little rally up here. And then it consolidated here for over a week. And then it's ripped from here. That's the span of basically 3-4 days. So, they've done well for Ethereum. And Casper right now is seemingly following in similar pattern to Ethereum right now, which is very interesting. And also a sign of what's to come for Casper, again, following Ethereum and surpassing Ethereum in the future as well. And yes, however, once again, I love you, my man. Hope you're doing very well again. Look at some Polinsky's father and grandfather geniuses. Oh, I have seen, I think one of them was part of NASA or something like that, I think someone said. I mean, yeah, Son Polinsky is a part of a family of just geniuses, so no surprise that he is doing what he's doing with Casper as well. They pulled a stroke with those tariffs, made the RSO ridiculous so that everyone can just accept it for a 30% hike in price of anything made in China, aka everything, getting away with it. I mean, end of the day, we can't complain. Well, we complain about it, but we can't do anything about it anyways. They hiked it up massively out of China, and now they pulled it back to 30%, temporary, and China back to 10%. End of the day, America was at a massive trade deficit. $1.3 trillion trade deficit. So they've taken extortionate measures to try and, make it fair. And evidently, some people played nice. Most nations did play nice. Some didn't. Like China. Which, again, they're in their right to do so. But at the same time, we've got resolution right now. So it's not, end of the day, it's not too worrying. Not too worrying indeed. Wow, okay, that's very, very interesting. Okay. Cool. What's up? What's back, Joe Jones, my man? Back in your streams again. It's been a long time. The price action had me not looking at crypto every day, but I think we picked up some good momentum. Hopefully we'll move in the next few months. Welcome back. I do remember you, Joe. I do remember you, and welcome back again, my man. Great to have you back again. And yeah, understandable. A lot of people did definitely leave Casper because they just, it couldn't deal, or not leave Casper necessarily, but leave crypto because they just couldn't deal with looking at the price every single day. But I do believe right now we're in a very strong rally. We might see some pullbacks as always, but I think right now we're in the next bullish like legs being confirmed. And we'll see Casper therefore make this push above in the coming months as well. Kryptoni again with another donation. $10 donation. Mad. No, I'm saying Coinbase base chain has captured Ethereum by routing 80% of all transactions through it. They captured Ethereum and now Casper threatens their market shares. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Okay. Right, okay. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, again, they know that Casper, as you mentioned, Casper's a threat to them. So, yeah, I mean, Casper's going to dethrone Ethereum, and it's going to be a sight to behold. I cannot wait for that day. Cannot wait for that day. It's going to be absolutely nuts. And yeah, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Therefore, exactly why Coinbase, haven't listed Casper just yet. Add it to their dollar coin because again, Coinbase have captured Ethereum, so they're going through Ethereum right now. And of course, Casper's a threat to Ethereum. So if you add Casper, it kind of, showcases lack of belief, maybe, or lesser belief in Ethereum. But again, they'll learn to regret that. I'm sure they'll add Casper in due time, and Casper ends up rallying up higher the cycle. And when you end up seeing developments like this as well, that's the one I wanted to show you. Dag Knight hard fork, going to be an absolute game changer. Hover puts it here. 7th November 2027, the endgame Casper. And Michael Sutton himself said, no, it's happening before that date over my dead body. So once more, we did see comments from Michael Sutton saying potentially this year. There's no confirmation as such. But we can say, of course, anything can happen. It could happen at any second. But we can see it here. Michael Sutton pretty much adamant that it's never going to take that long to happen. Dag Knight will come out way before that, before 2027 November. So maybe we see it this year, as he mentioned. Maybe we see it next year. Again, we'll have to wait and see. But again, this is the end game for Casper. It'll make Casper able to scale latency and internet chaos resistant as well. So it's just going to be what's going to let Casper completely dominate the space with Dag Knight. That's what I'm really looking forward to as well. And once more, test with how early we really, really are. But yeah, again, thank you very much, Kryptoni, for the $10. So 10 membership and $10 donation. Kryptoni's popping off again. Thank you very much, brother. Hope you, again, enjoying these streams as always. Absolute legend. And thank you again once more for not adding Mr. Miles. If that was intentional, then even bigger legend. I'm going to keep milking it, I don't care. Wallet 2 average is still around 13 cents. Okay, great to know. There you go. Andy confirms their Wallet 2 that averaged around 13 cents. So they did sell just below. They sold about 12.5 cents, so still slightly below. But either way, that's a possibility. Therefore, if they are on exchange, once you go above 13 cents, they'll be net positive. Therefore, and therefore they may decide they want to list Casper instead of Casper. Therefore, higher. But we'll have to wait and see. The momentum right now is with Casper, so everything is on our side right now. About time as well. About time. When Lambo, hopefully soon enough. They'll be bragging about that later this year. Oh, I'm sure they will be as well. I understand Casper. I just hold to make money. No one really cares about crypto technology. Oh, I mean, yeah. That's the understanding right now, but soon that sentiment I think is going to change because people are going to actually understand when institutions properly get in the space and they're coming through now. They're going to start actually trying to find the really, really good projects, the ones that actually have good technology. So right now, people just want to make money. Eventually, you're gonna make money by finding the good crypto technology, and that for me is going to be Casper. It forced me to give myself a membership low. Oh, I mean, either way, I'm not going to complain. Better you than Mr. Miles, am I right? Although he's got one now, so I can't say much about it anymore. But yeah, thank you very much again. Although in saying that, actually, did Mr. Miles donate one, or did he get one from himself, actually? Because I'm not seeing his name. Maybe I'll scroll down and find it, but either way. Thank you very much. Casper is new, but still 9% mined. That's also true. 91% mined right now. So, its supply shot's going to come through as well. TikTok smart contracts as well. Also, yeah, smart contracts coming out very, very soon. In that regard, we can see here, CoinPal, again, who works, basically alongside Casper, highlights here with 10 BPS launching. The next step is clear. We need real usage scenarios to drive Casper adoption right now. Exciting news, you can now buy Walmart, Apple, and Amazon gift cards with Casper, which is very cool to see. So again, we're seeing Casper use cases expanding more and more. IGV, great to see all around. So shout out CoinPal for that. See it from Casper report here. The charts here show how Casper Crescendo fork, a hard fork dramatically reduces mining reward variance. So while you can see the report here, checking you getting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got occasional mining rewards, but they are a lot higher. They're significantly lower now, but you're seeing it consistently every day, a block's being hit. So notice how after the Crescendo hard fork, daily payouts became far more consistent. Even before Crescendo, Casper paid out rewards 600 times faster than Bitcoin. After the hard fork, the rate jumped to 6,000 times faster than Bitcoin. As discussed in the below thread, by reducing mining rewards variance and stabilizing miner income, solar mining is much better incentivized, which enhances network decentralization. Put other way, Casper incentivized miners far more efficiently than Bitcoin. On average, Bitcoin miners wait 6,000 times longer to be compensated for their contributing hash power. So again, while you're seeing less rewards coming through, they just getting a higher benefit from being a solar miner and getting consistent rewards now. So again, you have more incentive now to be a part of a solar miner than being in a mining pool, which is great stuff to see for Casper as well. Huge news in that regard. I won't have time to go through the deep dive in this stream, truth be told, but I'll go through it tomorrow. Deep dive of Edgar Labs and their vision for Casper as well, which is huge. I basically went through this article right now and I've got some form of summary about it, but I have to go through that later because I have got to have dinner still. It's almost 10 p.m. Further, we can see here Castle is going mobile. So you got another wallet coming to Casper, or another element coming to Casper as well, which is really, really cool. I mean, you've got Tangent, you may not need this, but again, more stock coming to Casper is great to see all around, so cannot complain. I'll get through these two in particular tomorrow about Casper as well, so I'll save those as there. But yeah, I mean, things right now are looking very strong for Casper, price action and developments as well, so cannot complain what's coming to the space. Things are looking very bullish indeed, and the volume is starting to make that good move upwards as well, which cannot complain about as well. It's okay to wait for a little dip, liquidity around 10 cents, or good idea to buy now at these prices. I'm not a financial advisor, SC, so do as you need to do. Looking at the market right now, I do think we'll see corrections in Bitcoin at some point. Casper there, but in saying that, Casper right now is showing a lot of strength. If we get tier 1 listings or something like that, we may just see it continue going right now. 10 cents being, down here. I mean, Casper could come back down there again if we do get some significant pullbacks and we get some negative news, but again, it'll still be a higher low and a higher high. So again, it's still a possibility, but there's nothing to confirm that right now. End of the day, I know somebody else said it, but I'm quoting Bingo Bango because it's funnier, and he also did say it. He's one that brought it to my attention. Bingo Bango stated the time in the market is better than trying to time the market. So if you're trying to find the absolute bomb for Casper, you could risk missing out. Otherwise, I just keep DCing every chance I can get. You have to create more tokens. You cannot create more tokens. You'd have to halve the network, and old Casper would continue unforked. Okay, well there you go. That proves me wrong there as well. So okay, you cannot create more Casper coins in that regard without significantly changing the network. So again, it's important. You can't do it. ICP has to print to pay the validators. However, depending on the chain usage, they eventually get deflationary via burning the fees. I mean, again, I don't know too much about ICP, but all I know is that the cryptos that have collapsed, the big ones that have collapsed, have had infinite supply. So I don't trust infinite supply crypto projects at all. If the miner supported the new fork, the old one would die if we get ETH and ETH Classic all over again. I didn't consider that. At all. TBS was a hard fork and everyone agreed on those changes. The same could happen with the coin increase, but it is very unlikely to get enough to agree on it. I mean, that's also true. Yeah, I mean, didn't contemplate that, but again, it's very hard to see that Casper would agree on something like that. Very hard to see that. Yeah, equal. I don't care, Sean. So either. I don't really care at all. Casper bull price prediction. I do not do that anymore, Joe, unfortunately, but I think we do very well from here. That's all I'll say. I appreciate very, very much for joining the channel and asking, but I don't do price predictions because I think it's just a very misleading thing to look at all the time. But I think it'll do very, very well. I think Casper going to pass all-time highs at the very, very minimum. That's only thing that's better. I think that's worst case. Absolute worst case, Casper to pass all-time highs. Shine is to keep his mouth keyboard shut. He fights and makes unnecessary comments. I mean, yeah, maybe he could pull it back a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's his Twitter page. People don't like it, just unfollow him, really, don't you? That's what I do. That's what I say to everyone else, at least. My point is that would be a change to the base of the code, which essentially creates a whole new token, not based on the original tokenomics or emissions or rewards or anything. Jokes on them. Ethereum Classic stayed with mining and is going to outlive the fork. I mean, yeah, again, there is a possibility you could see Casper do that, but it's unlikely. It's extremely unlikely and would probably be too damaging anyway, so it's not going to happen. We know what Casper has. He says he has 3.9 million in a paper wallet. Oh, that's shy. I guess you're talking about. I mean, fair enough. Again, if he has that much, then fair enough. If he gets to $1, he's a millionaire. So can't complain. Imagine getting a job, a paycheck from your job. Let's say you work at Amazon, and then you scrolling up. Sorry, and then the public freaking out about wanting to spend your money. I mean, yeah, it's the current system is so broken. It's so broken. Casper is freedom for everybody. For shy, also, yeah, also very true. Mr. Marty can sell all he wants, just keep it to himself. I understand that, but look, this is my perspective, right? Because he's a founder, he has more influence on Casper. Despite its decentralization, he's got more influence on Casper, right? And Casper is about being transparent so it's decentralized. If he sold secretly, that will create more no matter what industry you look at right now. And crypto with another $10 donation. Okay, I'll come to that in a moment. No matter where you look at right now, if you look at Nvidia, look at Tesla, whatever it may be, look at any major company, if the founders, the CEOs sold, that's negative. That's bad. If they were public about selling prior to it, it would dump ahead of that. But at least let people know if they sold secretly, it would tank the price so much further. So Shy announcing it, that he's going to sell Casper, will cause pullback most likely, but it'll be a lot less than he required about it, and he did it secretly, and people found out about it. People think he's trying to get ahead of you and cheat all of us. That will be a problem. And another $10 donation from Kryptonian, my man. Thank you very much once again, you legend. The difference is nobody can force you or any other business to dilute their share of the ledger by involving the new fork. That's not the case with proof of stake. That's not the case with proof of stake. It's directly based of the ledger. I mean, again, while there is a possibility you could do it, again, you're right. There is nobody can force you or anybody to dilute your share. No one can force us to move to the new forked token if they create more cap. No one can force us to move to that. So it would inherently just break the whole system. So whilst possibility they could do that, it also is not possible. So it sounds confusing how I'm explaining it, but I do agree with you and I do understand that. Yeah, while there's a possibility that you could have the large majority of the supply and mining power to create more Casper tokens, it would inherently break or it fork off from the current Casper platform we're on right now. And then with the new one coming out, there's no way that they can necessarily force us to move to the new one. So it would just cause a divide, if you will. But thank you very much again for the $10 donation Kryptonian. I know you're doing it just to get my attention quickly, and I thank you. But yeah, I mean, keep your money for yourself sometimes, man. Jeez, you're too generous, honestly. Look at the abuse you put me through. Yeah, damn straight. Damn straight. Yeah, of course, you told me I put you in your basement. Of course, I'm cyberbullying you. Of course I am. What's the NBA? NBA's it's basketball, my man. It's I don't know what it stands for actually. I think it's National Basketball Association. Might be wrong about that. It's basketball basically. So it's talking about American basketball. It's not a new meme coin though. Although I'm sure there is a meme coin about NBA. If Casper gets main listings, will Nacho pump 100%. 100%. No doubt about it. What are we talking about, guys, for Shyness tokens? Shy said he's going to sell some of his Casper he got from DAG Labs at 35 cents. It's not that deep. To me, it's not that deep. If you want to find out more, there's a video about it that I've linked in my free community. It's a Cas Silver video, so it's Casper Silver's channel. So you can actually just go on his channel and find it that way. But you can also go through my community there and just go into the pinned pinned comments, I guess, or pinned chats in the general chat, and you'll see Casper's video there on Shy setting Casper at 35 cents. No membership, Mr. Master crazy. Well, you know what I mean? But it was so funny, you know? Crypto being generous, giving 10 memberships out, and then everyone getting one. Majority of the, I've still got loads of OGs that didn't get one. But again, is what it is. It's the luck of the draw. But some of the OGs who've been there from the very, very beginning, getting some, and Mr. Mars not, is, for me, it was just absolute cinema. Bit late to the Casper Pie. What's up, my man? Welcome back. Great to have you here again. I hope Binance will wait with Casper listing until the retail is here. Part of me hopes so as well, because it just caused a massive catalyst, you know? Yeah, there you go. He's here. Kiss my American from his side. Oh, that is brilliant. That is brilliant. Oh, it's random. Okay, so it was a random donation. Well, either way, it would have been funny if you told me you did it yourself, but either way, randomly. Usually don't rate you, Mr. Mars. They don't rate you at all. Yeah, it's absolutely funny. Must have found the butter in the dungeon, you know what I mean? Oh, I love this community so much. You guys are legends. What's up, DD man? Hope you're doing very, very well. Mr. Mars and Kryptonian talking about hash rate. It would be nice to do a live on it. And yeah, we could definitely do so. What I might do one day, actually, as a potential, is I might maybe transition to maybe a Twitter one. And therefore allow people to choose up to speak if they wanted to. People have asked me about doing a Twitter live space and then having people talk about it. That's also a possibility, just having a more general understanding of what it is. Let me know what you think about that down in the comments, though, if you think that's a good idea or not. What's up, Bread Pitman? What's the tier 1 source? Oh, basically, it just came from this post here, from a big, KOL, 100 plus followers, but it's kind of baseless. There's rumors swirling about Coinbase and Casper listing. It's baseless. But at the same time, we have got confirmed sources from the KF 7 months ago that, there are things we're going to look out for to see these big listings like high volume and a better price for Casper as well, which both are coming through now. So that's, great stuff all in all. And equally, we know Crypto.com have leaked how to buy Casper on their platform when it's not even listed yet. So maybe they're gearing up as well. And Casper's doing very well today, so that's hopefully going to be a good indicator as well. Yeah, very funny. Yeah, you're all children. You're all children. But trade deficit isn't the problem people make it out to be. Just the United States just buys more than sells it, but the citizens still benefit from foreign products. I understand that Trump is somewhat, but his fear-mongering high tariff threats are hard. And the Cryptonian highlights here, we do not benefit from the foreign products that do nothing but inject liquidity overseas, hence the destruction of the middle class. No, the high tariffs got the job done fast. I mean, the way I perceive it is the tariffs, while extortionate and quite extreme, they did force the country to negotiate with Trump and America a lot quicker. If Trump had just asked for it, it could have taken months, if not years. Trump forcing tariffs got it done in a month. It's been a month since tariffs were enforced. UK signed up, China signed up, other nations are signing up now. So it has benefit in that regard. And we have seen a complete squeeze of the middle class as well, as the rich get richer, poor get poorer. Whether that's the trade deficit being a reason of that, the foreign products, or whatever it may be. Again, we can talk about that. But you can't pick who gets membership; it's random. Well, I would have preferred it if you could, because that would have been even funnier. But either way, good to have you on the Casper family, man. When Honda, Honda's not as expensive, so, well, it depends on what Honda you get. You get a kitted out one, I guess. But, hopefully soon as well. Is 100k enough? How long you're holding for? If you're holding for just this cycle, 100k will still be great. Again, it's a speculative question, or it's a situational question, right? Because 100k is a lot. But it depends on how long you're holding for, and also where you live. I'm not asking, I don't want to know that information from you. That's your information. You keep it to yourself. I don't need to know that. But I'm highlighting now, if you're 100k Casper and you live, somewhere in Asia, that's great. If Casper is $1, you've got $100,000. $100,000 in Asia is amazing. Depending on what part of Asia. If you're like Thailand's amazing for that. If you live in the US with 100k dollars, it's good, but it's not, financial freedom level numbers. But if you're holding for longer, for 5-10 years, when Casper can reach like $100 type thing, just so, then that's then that's 10 mil. Math correct? Yes. Math correct? Yes. 10 mil, and then 10 mil. That's fantastic. So it's really relative, but I think 100k is a great bag. It's a great bag. Minerva to Casper. I mean, they're different. Minerva's a real world asset and a quote unquote privacy token, whereas Casper is just the future. That's how I see it. When Jeep, whenever you want. When Vespa. Oh wait, Vespa. I haven't had a Vespa car in ages, man. What a shout. I would rather when retirement. Retirement, again, it depends on your holdings, and well, if you're just holding Casper for the foreseeable future as your future bank, then you can start looking at retirements now, I guess. If you're holding Casper, you keep DCAing into it and holding for the long term. I like to believe, again, not financial advice, Casper's going to become this alternative and just store of value / medium of exchange. So it'll just be the future effectively. Pi Network picked up 6 billion in 7 days and listed on Binance and Coinbase. Oh, I mean that's good for Pi, and I know they have a big announcement coming out tomorrow as well, actually. So they might start rallying a bit more. I mean, look at that surge we saw yesterday for them. It came back a bit, but yeah, I mean, again, I don't hold Pi. Pi might do very well from here, but I don't know too much about Pi. I know enough about Pi, but I don't care enough of it personally. But it could be a good hedge if you want to look into it. Again, it's up to you. But I mean, they can pay for listings, right? I'm sure that's what they did. Casper will get his listing when it's ready. Yeah, Pi is so bad. Yeah, I agree. Not listed on Coinbase and Binance. Where am I looking at? Shy, there you go. Shaz needs to hire me to fight his keyboard battles off Roddy's hands. Hey, you know what I mean? Although he can't really hire right now, he's not really got the money, but I mean, yeah, I'd throw hands to Shy. How can you not like Shy? A genius that says what is on his mind. The problem with geniuses is they can be very opinionated and sometimes can be quite unempathetic. And that's not me saying Shy is. Not by any means, because I think Shy is very empathetic. He got married recently, actually, so shout out to Shy. Got married. I hope he had a very great marriage and, all the love and happiness in the world to him. But the problem with geniuses is just ultimately they can be a very hard group to be to properly appreciate and get along with, because they have knowledge and they want to spread that knowledge because they have the knowledge. I respect Shy massively. I do. I find it quite hard when people are, understandably, again, I'm not trying to discredit anybody's emotions. Understand people being upset with him saying he's going to sell Casper and him talking about his quote unquote political views. I understand that, but it makes me feel a bit hurt. So I understand at an investor side why you'd be upset by that, but I'm like, the man's family is in trouble. The man, is just making good of the money he got from Dagglass originally. I don't think it's actually that deep at all, and he's a genius. He's helped get Casper where it's at right now. He's part of it. So yeah, I mean, again, but everyone's entitled to their own opinions. I'm not telling you how to think. You're entitled to hate him if you want to. I don't mind, but I think that I do respect Shy massively. Can I reach $2 potentially? Don't see why not. Yeah, how long is a different question. You were saying the cycle, who knows? But it will definitely reach that in the future, no doubt. In the summer, unlikely. Unlikely in my belief. Yeah, he's just passionate as my AF. That's it. If you want, you can send some back in Casper. Have a Casper web jest. Oh, true. I can, actually. I can do that. Well, there you go. I might send you a little bit back then, because I do feel that you've been very, very generous. And yes, the quick crypto emojis and stuff are coming out now. Great to see. Shy obviously said he decided not to sell at 10% anymore, or did he? Can you show me where he said that? Can you link it in the Discord server, actually? Because I would love to see that myself, actually. Because I did not know he said that. Liquidity is pegged to the token. Essentially, their money is not in their control. I mean, yeah. They can't control... they cannot control the asset. That's completely down to too many people, right? $10. Have you ever talked about Tangent Pay? I have talked about Tangent Pay on this channel before. I haven't spoken about it today. I made a video a while back about, Visa working with Casper type thing because of Tangent Pay, which was, how far back was here? 3 weeks ago. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see that in due time. That would be also a big thing for Casper as well. Oh, most of you guys here, sharks and whales here. I mean, people can disclose that if they want to. But again, that's up to them. Only Jay and some other people. I'm not Okay, I'm not a whale. I am not a whale. And I'm not disclosing how much I have. I'm not disclosing how much I have because that's private, but I'm not a whale. You can then, yeah, you can debate what you want to debate. So I used to interact with average Casper users in the Casper Discord. Even I had a back and forth with him, but I got nothing but respect for the guy. Exactly. Nothing but respect for him, definitely. That being said, I am starving. I've got food ready for me. I'm going to have that right now. I wish I was a shark or a whale. Trust me, I wish I was a whale, honestly. I'd be so happy. Bit get balance fell 20 million in Casper the past 10 days. Maybe they're preparing for something as well. A lot of outflow, people are buying it. Good to see, all in all. Money coming out of the exchanges, therefore, into our wallets. Jay isn't a whale, he's the whale. Yeah, okay, cool. Enjoy your membership, Mr. Miles. With that being said, if you enjoyed, as always, leave a like, share, subscribe for more. Thank you, everybody, for the donations and for the very interactive chat. Great to have you all once again. And we are now on the up with capital, looking very, very good. So hopefully higher highs and all-time highs are on the horizon. If you enjoyed, leave a like, share your friends, and subscribe for more. If you want to be even more in tune with crypto and Casper, got a free community here. Chill chat, learn more in here, and equally a VIP group, which has even more in-depth information from alpha institutional documents, even alpha documents and information about Casper coming through very soon as well. No doubt. Alongside trading stuff, we had a lot of very possible trades recently as well, and more coming as well. So yeah, there's a lot more to cover in there. If you want to find out even more, stay even more locked in. 7-day free trial as well. Links down below in the description and homepage as well. W stream, you know it. Is it Jay will use his Casper to open up a Casper school after his death? It'll be funded for hundreds of years. It's not a bad idea. Who knows? maybe. You'll see definitely schools funded by Casper in the future. I have no doubt about that. But anyways, have a great day, good evening, and good night, everybody. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care now.